Welcome back to the kitchen. I am Busy Dad, and today we are cooking ginger chicken. I'm going to call it ginger chicken. You might, when you see me make this, you might be tempted to call it vinegar chicken because it is going to have a little vinegar and vinegar taste. This is a dry run for something I'm hoping to cook later, so this is a little bit of an experiment. We'll see how it goes. So this is a pretty simple dish, and as you can probably guess, first ingredient is ginger. So we're just going to slice up a little bit of ginger into thin slices. I'm going to fry these later, and I want them to crisp up a little bit when they fry. So I'm going to try to make them pretty thin. Because ginger is the main taste for this dish, we're going to use kind of a bunch. There we go. And we've also got here our green onion. This is just something I pulled out from the garden because it's November and I need to use these up soon. So if this looks a little dirty, that's why. It has been washed. If that's not something you're into though, you can always do your gardening at Whole Foods. Good. Now, with the basics chopped up, we're actually going to take our chicken, chop this into small pieces because we need to fry these up in the pan. I should mention you could do this a different way where you fry the chicken in large pieces and chop it up after, but we're doing it this way today. Okay, so over here we've got the photogenic pan, and we're just going to add a bunch of oil, a little bit more than normal because we're going to try to stir fry this pretty quickly. This is a grapeseed oil. Any neutral or kind of high temperature cooking oil will be good. Now our chopped up chicken goes into the pan here. Kind of spread this around with clean hands. And then go get a spatula because what we're going to do is stir this around so that it cooks thoroughly. Shouldn't take that long. So while that's cooking, we want to prepare our sauce. So in here I've got a little bit of just white flour. You could use cornstarch. And to that we're going to add some sea salt. And what are we not using here? We're not using soy sauce because we want this to be a white or, a chicken colored dish at the end and not really dark. Then we're going to add some vinegar. So this is why I'm saying you might call this vinegar chicken, but in my mind that would be a little bit different. We're going to stir that around. And what's going to happen is, when we put that in at the end, all of that flour is going to thicken the sauce just a little bit. The French would call this a roux, perhaps, but I am not calling it a roux. I'm just calling it a sauce. Alright, so this is almost done. So once all of the pink is out of this chicken, it's cooked through, we're just going to remove this and set this aside and fry up the rest of the ingredients. Smells great. I should mention you should use chicken thighs for this. You kind of want a chicken with a little bit more fat, and so a chicken breast is going to come out a little bit dry. Okay, so we're just going to add in now our ginger pieces and our green onion. I do want these to fry up a little bit before I put in the sauce that will thicken. I decided not to take out this chicken because I think the timing is going to work out that I can just leave it in here. But if you had a different type of pot, maybe a wok, you might have to take it out in order to fry this stuff. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So we've got our sauce here, vinegar, salt, and I'm going to throw on, I think, just a sprinkling of sugar at the end. So we're going to just pour this in, and this should thicken pretty quick. Oh, it's thickening already, yep. So this is on low heat now. Don't overcook this. When it's thick enough, don't let it burn. It's time to take it off. Oh, doesn't this look good? It smells good. Okay, when this comes out, looks like this. Got our little fried ginger pieces. These haven't quite turned crispy. Onion, and of course the chicken. So let's give this a shot. So good. I use kind of a lot of vinegar, which I love. You could use less if you don't like it to have a super vinegary taste. But it is key to have a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of sweetness, and salt. Of course, ginger. That's so good. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're new to that channel so you get a notification. Give me a like, thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you'd like. Enjoy your dinner. I'm going to serve this with some rice, oranges for dessert, and probably a side dish with a vegetable. And join me next time when Busy Dad is cooking.